Hello everyone, welcome to ECLE 2.0, and today in this video we are about to discuss some important point to become effective communication strategies. So I'm gonna present in front of you. So let's get start. So first is that active listening. When we are talking to active listening, so we have to consider that you have to focus on speaker. So what to do firstly? Active listening. Eliminate all distractions like turn off phones, close your laptops, and focus solely on speakers. If you do that, if you eliminate the distractions, so you will have the benefit as well as you can listen properly. Second is that in for focusing on speaker that eye contact. So maintain their eye contact to show engagement and interest. So if somebody is speaking, so you have to maintain the eye contact to them so that they will take interest and it will become the more interesting and it will become the more effective listenings and you can focus on speakers and you can also active you can also adapt them from qualities. Next is that physical presence. Lean in slightly to demonstrate attention and interest. Physical presence. Lean in slightly to demonstrate attentions and interest. Next is that show understanding. Most important thing is that verbal affirmations use phrase like I see, interesting, oh, I understand. So if you show the verbal affirmations, so that is why what will happen that like speaker will take interest to speaking as well as they will have the most they will have some interesting things like their motivation can increase as well as they will focus that like yes you are understanding. Non-verbal clues like nod, smile, and use your facial expression and align with the speaker's message. This is most important thing instead. So if we have to show interest, okay, and summarize briefly. So suppose the speaker said something, so you can summarize that. Like summarize what the speaker said. Show comprehension. That is most important thing instead. Next is that reflect and clarify. So, paraphrase, repeat back what the speaker said in on word. Okay, so you have to paraphrase and you have to repeat. It is the most important. It is most important thing is that and ask a question like open-ended question to delve deeper into the topics. So as much you ask question, you will have the more benefit and confirm the understanding. Ensure both parties have mutual understanding before moving forward because this is most important things that if I talk about to communications because there should not be any misunderstanding that next is that clear and concise messaging. Be direct, main point first, start with most important information and avoid redundancy, eliminate unnecessary words and repetitive information and stay focused. Keep your message contracted on the key topics that will be also useful for you. And avoid jargon. Like simple language, you can use it. Everyday language that everyone can understand. If you use that like advanced vocabulary, those people didn't listen. So your communication will not be good. And define terms when necessary. Explain and technical terms and acronyms. So you have to define the terms and check your understanding. Ensure your audience understand and understand your message. So you can also check your audience, ensure that that will be good for you. And stay on topic. You don't have to move on different agenda, different topics. Stick to the agenda. Follow set agenda during meetings. So what happens with us that mostly like when we start to speaking, so sometimes we skip the topics, like we have start to speaking these topics, and suddenly we move different topics. So you have to stick to the agenda, and you have to follow during meetings, and avoid tangents, means gently tears and conversations back if it is a stay of course, and summarize the points, like regularly recap to the point, discussion focused. Third is that non-verbal communications, body language, open posture, keep arm and legs uncrossed, face the speaker directly. Okay, so you don't have to do like that, you have to focus on speaker and face to face conversation. Gesture, use your movement and emphasize the point. Personal space, it means respect personal space and avoid discomfort. This is also important. So your body language should also be like that. And facial expression also. So match emotion. Ensure your facial expression reflect message you're conveying. So one teacher has said that your words should be match with your facial expression, and you have to understand the words emotion. So your facial expression should be like that, it will be most important for you. Smile apparently, so use smile to convey warm and openness when appreciate. Maintain neutrality, it means that use the neutral expression during serious discussion to show activeness. It is the most important thing that. Next is that tone of voice, worried intonation. Avoid the monotones. Voice use variation to maintain interest. You have to avoid the monotones. What is the monotones? Monotones means that you don't have to talk in simple tone, in one tone. Okay, you have to use variation of tone. That will be very useful for you. And appropriate volumes, like speak loudly enough to be heard but not so loud as to be aggressive. So your voice should be loud but it is not loud too much. That will be useful for you, and those can't understand that you are being aggressive. And pacing, adjust the speed of your speech and ensure clarity and understanding. You have to be clear. You have to ensure that your words should be clear and clear understanding. Fourth is that empathy and emotional intelligence. So understand emotion, recognize feelings, identify your own emotions and these of others. So you have to feel emotion, identify, and you have to talk about that. Empa- empathetic, empathetic response responses, respond in your way that shows understanding of other emotions. Validate feeling, it means that acknowledge the emotions of other without judgment. So you have to understand the proper emotion, recognize feeling, which types of the feelings that, and you have to give empathetic response, and you have to validate the feelings, because if you mismatch the feelings, so that will not be good for you, that, and your conversation can be go different types. Manage emotion means that stay composed, keep calm even a stressful situation. You don't have to be aggressive, you have to keep calm. Practice patience, give yourself time to respond thoughtfully. It means that if somebody is talking, so you don't have to interrupt. Avoid emotion triggers, recognize and steer clear of topic that may provoke strong emotions and reflection. So you have to also understand. Fifth is that feedback and open dialogue. Solicit feedback. Ask open-ended question. Recognize detailed feedback. It is most important thing is that. And regular check in schedule consistent terms to respect feedback, create a safe environment, make it clear that honest feedback is welcome value. So give the proper value, as well as provide constructive feedback. It means that be specific, focus on particular areas for improvement, be objective, base back, and on the observable 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 behavior, not personal characteristics. Okay, so you don't have to correct, you don't have to focus, you don't have to give their feedback on different things, that character. Okay, and suggest an improvement, offer actionable suggestions for how to improve, and encourage the questions, open floor regularly ask if there are any questions, foster curiosities. It means that encourage team members to be curious and inquisitive. Inquisitive. Response positively. Answer question with patience and encouragement. Six is that adaptabilities. Adaptabilities. Know your audience. Assesses knowledge level. Tailor your message based on the audience familiarities with the topics. So you have to assess knowledge level. You should have the proper information and knowledge. Consider interest. Adjust your focus to align with what matters to your audience, as well as cultural sensibilities. So you have to be aware of cultural differences that may affect understanding. Adjust communication style. Formalities label. Use a formal tone for professional settings and a casual tone for informal settings. So you have to use the formal tone. And delivery method. It means that you have to choose between written, verbal, visual communication based on audience preference, as well as feedback loop. Be open to adjusting your style based on audience feedback. Seventh is that confidence and assertiveness. Be confident. First is that posture. Stand or sit up straight to protect confident. Clear speech. Articulate your words clearly and avoid filter words. Eye contact. Maintain the eye contact to show confidence. When you are talking, so your mind, your eyes should be on the public. So you have to maintain the eye contact. Be assertive, not aggressive. Respectful language. Use I statements to express your needs and feelings without blaming others, as well as calm demeanor, like keep your tone calm and stately even when discussing difficult topics. So you have to be calm, you have to be assertive, not aggressive, and compromise. Show willingness to find a mutualities acceptable situation. So you have to also compromise. It means that show your willingness to find a mutualities acceptance and solution that will be useful for you, as well as use of technology. Choose a right medium, appropriate channels, like use emails and for details, non-urgent communication, phone calls or urgent matters, face to face complex situation. So you have to choose the right mediums. Adjust preference. Consider the consider the consider the preference communication method of your audience, as well as you have to use effective use of tool like email clarities. Use our clear subject line and bullet point for easy reading. Video calls. Ensure good lighting, a stable connection, and quiet environment. Collaboration tools. Utilize tool like Stacks, Tilio, and most Asana for effective teams collaborations. Ninth is that preparations. Plan ahead. Outline main point. Prepare on outline of key point you want to cover. Gather information. Collect all necessary data and documents beforehand. Rehearse. Practice your presentation or speech to ensure smooth delivery. Anticipate questions. Identify potential questions. Think about what question might arise from your presentation. Prepare response. Develop. Develop clear, concise answer to potential questions. Stay focused. Be ready for adapt your responses based on the actual question asked. 10th is that cultural sensibilities. So respect diversities. Learn learn cultural norms. Like educate yourself about different cultural norms and practice. So you have to understand the culture and you have to respect. You can't make fun. Okay. Yeah. You can't disagree of any cultures. Be inclusive. It means that ensure your communication is inclusive and respectful for all cultures. So your communication should not be against any communities, against any cultures, and against any particular society. You have to avoid stereotypes. It means that treat individuals as unique rather than assuming based on cultural stereotype. Learn and adapt. Continuous learning. Stay informed about different cultures and communication styles. As well as you have to adapt strategies. Adjust your communication approach based on the cultural contracts. Seek feedback. Ask for feedback on how to improve your communication sensibilities in your communications. So I hope this will be useful for you. So, if you are thinking that these tips are useful for you, so please tell me in comment box. And if you are new to this channel, so please subscribe my channel and please share this video. Thank you very much.